do have something to say, because I was part of the reason of this whole thing. When it all happened, I messaged Nate, so you're not leaving, huh? And he gave me the whole, dude, he literally apologized like crazy to me because he didn't let me know ahead of time. And I was like, dude, it's all good. At first, when I first saw it, my first impression was, what was the point? Because, it didn't seem like, it just seemed like it was a swerve for the sake of it. Like, he didn't turn heel, he didn't align himself with something else. But then we started talking, and he gave me some info of what we could do to advance it. And I'm like, okay, I see where he's going with this. So at the end of the day, it's a swerve that doesn't have a meaning at the surface, but as soon as it evolves from there, it becomes more like I don't know what the best way to describe it is, like something that looks on the surface to be pointless, but as soon as it evolves from there, it has more of a meaning to it. So
True. Travis?
Yes?
So, what happened here?
Or so he says.
Well, after the events of Outbreak 3, Nate messaged me announcing that he wanted to leave. And that...
So up to there, that was...
that long message I sent you, that was real.
Right.
What?
No, fun.
Okay, and I was like, oh well, that sucks because you don't know how this whole story's gonna play out. And he's like, what story? I was like, I said this before, man. You gotta stay until the end. It's like a Marvel movie. And then from there, I told him everything that was gonna happen and what I wanted to do, where we're gonna go.
Oh, Travis, you hooker. Well, I guess you're gonna miss. Like Nate was all like, you're gonna miss the panty raid.
It's like he walked out the door and then he paused. He's like, what? And then he turned around.
I said, I think you're gonna miss the panty raid.
So I told him everything, and then once I told him everything, he's like, Travis, I'm sorry. This is why I don't listen to people. And then from there, because I think he already posted his thing that he was going to leave before I told him the whole story. Once I told him the whole story, he was going to remove that post. And then I was like, wait. I was like, wait a minute, Nate. Wait a minute. I think we're onto something here. Because now people are definitely going to want to see what happens, especially that, you're leaving. So why don't we say, hey, you're going to make this big speech, your little, going away speech, so everybody, can tune in, and from there, boom, we'll get them. We'll get those fuckers. So I already know.
Asshole.
I already know people already messaged him, wanting to take advantage of him leaving. You know who you are. I already know. I can.
No names.
No names dropped. I can bet real money that they made him an offer to jump ship.
Basically, I don't know about you, but I'm waiting for the one guy to come into these on this when it obviously gets published to clip Travis saying that now.
And make the volume increasingly get higher and then send it to them.
No, I can see it now. It would just be the clip of Travis saying, well, we're going to wait till we get to the guys, then boom, we got him.
Oh, God.
Illuminati.
Got him!
Illuminati confirmed, Travis.
So we did that. That was pretty cool. And then, because everybody was actually really looking forward to Nate leaving. Everybody was looking. Well, I mean, at least
I can't wait to see him go.
At least the haters are really looking forward to it. Like, oh God, I can't
You wait for that.
Does he have haters, or does he just have a troll that just follows him everywhere?
Good, let that nigga leave. Let that nigga leave.
I've never seen
Get out of
hate
here.
him. I've seen hate for me, yes, but I've never seen hate for him.
I legitimately got upset about it. I was like, shit, damn, what is it with people retiring? It's like, I'm thinking, like, I've just come back out of, like, a hiatus, and I've just got back into core, like, for the recent 2-year or 3-year, I don't know how long it is now. And I'm like, damn, these are, like, dream feuds of mine. Like, fucking, Scott Adams versus Nate the Grave, Scott Adams versus Zaynard Fontaine, Scott Adams versus Alex Enterprise. And I'm like, shit, these are fucking matches that are not gonna happen.
Scott Adams versus Justin Bateman.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, these are matches that are never going to happen in COH. And I was like, fuck, that's one more added onto the list. And I'm like, and then when Nate just did the whole thing, I literally messaged Nate saying, you're a fucking troll. He never replied, though.
He doesn't like them British people.
Racism.
Right?
But yeah,
No.
but I thought what really helped sell the whole thing, the whole angle that doesn't get enough credit. I think Steve really got bad heat for this. First of all, people don't realize Steve's character, he picks your buttons. A lot of people gave Steve heat for mentioning OBN. I thought it added to the whole frustration. 'Cause I think Steve plays a great heel. I think his feud. Was my thing on? Okay. So my thing, and everyone was quiet.
No, we were listening to you.
Listening.
And I think Steve versus Nate could really possibly could turn out to be a really great freaking feud because everybody hates Steve. No one's gonna boo Nate.
God damn.
That's right.
I like that. I like.
And I told Steve during commentary, make sure you know during the Nate's retirement episode, I said make sure you fucking insult this guy. Make people hate you just as much they hated you when you made that Outbreak promo.
Kind of feels like Patriot, but everybody hates Patriot.
No, but see,
everybody hates Steve.
That's what I love about this character that I've been doing for the last couple of years. It's just it's a character I know that even though I lose, it's like I still know a way to get over by losing. It's because you know that old montage, if you lose all that heat, because back in the day, Roddy Piper refused to lose because your stock went down. Back in those days, back in his time. But I figured out a way that even if I lose, I still retain my heat.
Yeah. In my eyes, Democracy, he's kind of like the guy who's like, I know, he's like fucking somebody's mum, and he pisses you off because he's fucking your mum, and it's like, all right, okay, we had a fight outside, but at the end of the day, I'm still fucking your mum.
Oh God.
Right, yeah, just because you whooped my ass.
You may have beat his ass and he was walking away. He opens the door, he's like, hey, fucked your dad. He shuts the door.
That's it. I still urinated on your brother's ashes at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's, and I think that's what was missing is like somebody that pushes the boundaries because I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I'm like one of the few people that's willing to push that line and cross that line of what is acceptable or not. Because I'm one of the few that can say to myself, okay, somebody may feel uncomfortable in touching that avenue, but I'm all for it. Let's do it.
I mean, I'm glad Nate did what he did. I mean, the whole,
in a way,
acted like he's left and all that. Because, yeah, it's great, give you great heat. Because normally, for example, a person like me, if you was doing that towards me, I would just ignore it and just, probably get frustrated and I'll just say something random on the page and just, try and expand on the feud. I don't know, maybe break character a little bit and, insult you, personally because I feel like, well, hang on a minute, your promo towards me was just like, alright, you're hitting below the belt, so we go in there now. I'll hit you back below the belt.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to cut a promo like that, like something real personal, without the other person's approval. I will say that. I'm not going to go like the promo I cut recently, where I talked about Nate bullying David in real life. That all of that is real life. I told them. I asked them straightforward. Do you feel comfortable me touching upon this? And they both gave me their approval. Nate's given me approval to say some other stuff, which we'll get to once the shows go up. You'll see that later on. He's given me full approval. So I don't go into those types of things without talking to them first in that type of scenario.
Yeah, it just I liked it because it just made your character. Because normally I've seen it happen before with other people. Some things have been said below the belt, whether it's in a promo, whether it's on a comment, and people tend to either go two ways. They either go out of character and have a fissy fit about it, or they just ignore it and use it as all right, okay, well, you're hitting below the belt, I'll hit below belt, and then it just becomes like an even balance of, okay, you're using some stuff that is a bit personal against that person, and you're both doing it to the point where one of you is going to break and say, okay, we've gone a bit too far. But with you, it's just like, Nate did the whole, I'm leaving, and it made it feel so much like, okay, why didn't you just just accept it and just throw something back at you? Like, I don't know, well, your best friend's left, being at the Alex Enterprise, and he could have said, oh, well, your best friend left COH and all that, and now you're picking up the ashes of your failed tag team what you had, or, you're always going to be in the shadow of Alex. He could have just thrown something like that at you, but instead he did the whole, oh, well, fuck you, I'm leaving, And that was something that I've not seen in Core before. No one's backed down. It's always been like a, you say something, I'll say something back kind of vibe with Core. It's every time when somebody says something to me, I always if you saying something to me, fuck you, I'll say something back to you then. And not like, oh, well, you hurt my feelings, I'm going to go leave Core now.
Now, one thing I want to bring up, because I saw this question on Ask.
Of course.
Where else? But obviously with Nate leaving, that would have been another big name leaving COH, as we've seen some people who have left COH throughout the year, and that brings good and bad news, because it sucks they're leaving, but good for new people. One of the people who left but is still in the call world, which is awesome and to my benefit, is the Alex Enterprise. Now, I've seen some people who have had the question of, with Alex, he lost his match at Ultimate Glory, but he's appeared in AWF, he's appeared in YWF, and the question has been, what is that? Does that take away from it, or what does that do? Some people have their opinions on it, so I want to see what you guys think. I mean, me, bias, I think it's awesome, but that's because he's in my show, and I think people lose sight that he said he had to leave COH. Doesn't mean he has to leave Call. Alex can do what he wants.
You're just WCW taking Hogan.
Yeah, Alex never.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Alex never said he was leaving everything. He just said in his promos that leading up to Ultimate Glory that he was just leaving COH if this was happening.
And to be honest, I mean, he did everything he could in COH.
And he did, and he's got nothing else to do. And pretty much, really, when you think about it, Alex isn't doing anything as big as he was in COH anywhere else, really. The most he's done is he's been in AWF. He's involved in that storyline with Shawn Walsh. He won the All Stars Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
And he appeared. He beat Seth McInerney. And he's in YWF now.
Well,
he's fighting AM Punk.
Yeah, but it's actually a lot of things for.
I mean, it's not anything. I mean, all of that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's getting him more exposure, but it's not like how he was in AW and not in AW, in COH, where he was just you couldn't go in at one point with an episode of COH without Alex Enterprise being there. And it's just
I was going to say, to answer your question, there's really no right and wrong in that. It's all subjective. I mean, you could look at it one way. Yeah, he never said he was going to leave COH. Or he was going to leave COH. That was the only company he was going to leave, so it doesn't really restrict him from going anywhere else, and it could create that story of him in COH. On the flip side, it gives the people the impression that, well, it's going to be hard to miss you if you come back to COH, if you ever do come back, because you're here everywhere else. We haven't had time to absorb the fact that you're gone.
But the schedules for those shows are so more relaxed in COH. They're not more frequent.
But the point is that it's not like he's going to one company that's relaxed. He's going to a whole shitload of different companies.
He's only in two other, and
I'll point this
he's
out
in mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah,
He's
I
also
can't speak
current
for.
one with YWF is dead. So.
Yeah, I can't speak for any other shows because I don't know what the plan is there. But I know for me, and this is what we agreed on when me and him talked. Like Cash talked about, Alex was a guy who was always on every episode of COH as he should have been. He was a world champion and everything. But now, at least with what we have with AWF, he's being used more like Brock Lesnar, where he doesn't need to be there every week.
I was thinking more like Sting.
Yeah, you could look like that, but when me and him talked about it, that's what we talked about. We talked about Brock Lesnar, where he's reached a point where he doesn't need to show up all the time. He shows up when he needs to, and he does what he has to do. And I think that's what kind of keeps that appeal there, because it's not just, okay, well, it's Alex, he's just in a different show. It's Alex kind of shows up when he wants to show up.
I know one of the things what this is coming from Ask and all that. A lot of people were saying that the reason Alex quit was because he got fed up with COH. Not that. I was like, this is bullshit. You know, obviously I know I've spoke to Alex, and you know, I mean, half of us are getting to the point where, I mean, I'm 25 now. I mean, I'm getting to the point where one of these days I'm gonna have to, like, you know, cut my ties with Core. But lucky enough, my schedule, my work commitments, and everything else like that, you know, it allows me to do Core. But I mean, you know, for people like Alex, he has. I remember when I was talking to him, and he was saying about, you know, obviously retiring from Core and all that. It's because he wanted to focus more on his music career. And obviously he has his work commitments and everything like that.
Yeah, and he has a lot of personal stuff and everything. So.
And he has a lot of personal stuff that he wants to be able to do, what he hasn't been able to do. And I understand that, but it was just like the way people was going off about, oh, he quit COH because he's not happy with Travis, and oh, he's not happy with how he's booked, or oh yeah, he's fed up with COH. That's why he's with YGF.
See, that's just nonsensical, because he was booked as like one of the top heels. Secondly, to clear the air here, if anybody's ever saying that, I didn't see it, but to clear the air here, he told me he was fucking leaving at Ultimate Glory 4 long before he even won the title. That was his goal mine, to leave at Ultimate Glory 4, and he wanted me to be his last opponent.
Yeah, if you really like talk to Alex, like if you ever really get to meet him, like I'm like myself and Steve and Alex and Sako, and Sako, whatever. You get to talk to Alex about this type of stuff. Alex doesn't really seem to really care what he's like Ray. He's like, he doesn't care what he's doing as long as he's just on the show and he's just doing what he likes to do. And Alex said he did his time. He felt like he just like served his time there, you know, kind of, and he was like he was done. He wanted to take some time off, or he was just gonna go.
Yeah, that's the way it was interpreted to me.
Yeah, Alex is like really chill. Like he's never like ever really had a complaint at all, really. I mean, he doesn't like the way people talk to each other, but it's just like that's about it.
I mean, Alex can get very passionate about his views and all that, but suffice to say, it's the idea. He said this to me long ago. He wanted me to be his last opponent. That's why he dropped the belt to Patriot. I mean, everybody wonders why he didn't hold the belt till Ultimate Glory to drop it to Zayn. It was because he wanted to have his last match with me. So, and this was long before he even won the belt. This was, I would say, around the time that he had his match with Nate at Ultimate Glory 3.
It goes to show you, people who think they know what they're talking about have no clue. But it was just interesting. And one thing that Alex, that isn't like with everyone else, like everyone else kind of is scattered all over the place, even if it's a different character. Alex, at least since the Alex Enterprise character really took off, he's been in COH, and he really, up until the end there, wasn't really anywhere else. At least not to that level. And I think that's what makes it different now, because he spent all that time in COH, and now that he's retired from COH, now that character can expand and do all these cool things. I mean, there's so much more he can do. Like Adam said it, like he did everything in COH. but there's so much more he can do outside of there. So it's going to be really interesting. Fresh opponents, and then he doesn't have the Accurate Enterprise by his side anymore.
I mean, I get with people who want to retire from certain qualifiers. I just feel like people shouldn't really say they're retired, because it kind of like, it's like being Ric Flair. You know.
Mm-hmm. How many times has that guy retired?
I mean, you retire from WWE, and then you go to TNA, and then you just like totally forget that you retired from WWE. But it just makes it feel like you are in the Ric Flair limbo of you've gone to a different core, fair dues, your retirement doesn't count here, I guess. But it just makes it like the opportunity of you going back to, for example, Alex coming back to COH, it just kind of like, well, why did you retire then? And that's why I feel like if I was ever going to leave COH, I wouldn't say I retired. I would just say, my contract ended, or just use it as an excuse in that way, so I can say that, there's a chance of me returning. But going on to a different part of this, what I'm saying is, I do kind of hate when people say they're retiring and then they go to a different core fed. I mean, the only person I've seen so far who I actually care about, I should say, is Stephen Copeland. He retired, and he hasn't joined any other core fed. But I mean, I've seen people have retired from COH, but yet they're still active in other core feds, and it kind of makes me feel like, well, what the trolls are saying, it kind of like, I know they're getting this I can't even get my words right here. They're getting their sources of from what they're seeing through COH by, there's a shitload of people retiring, but they can do promos for YWF, they can do promos for any other core company, and it's like, it just gives COH kind of, in my opinion, a bad name, because why are they leaving COH to go and do something else for somebody else?
True, and so there's a point to be made there. Now, with people like Alex and Copeland and Zane, among the names that have left COH, I talked about it earlier, how it was good, there was bad. We talked about the bad, but there's so much good, as we can see. COH, it's almost like the season, it was just kind of, AJ kind of gave it the new generation, and I guess that's what we're going with. So many guys have been able, in especially these last few shows, to rise up their stock, and the talk, while, obviously guys like Imaccuracy and Goonie and such are going to be in that upper echelon. There's these new guys that are getting a lot of recognition, like Daniel Mars, like Caleb Blair. And when I say new, I mean new to like the upper level. I'm not talking Will Wild new, that new young upstart. He'll be a world champion.
Purple guy.
The future of COH.
Are we talking about the Wild Man?
Will Wild. Look out for that F5.
I mean, this obviously this is linking back to the retirement thing, but I do think a lot of people who have retired, I feel they have choose the wrong time, because obviously the new generation of core people have really started joining. Obviously, this is bringing mainly COH. I feel they got a lot of heat and shit on by a lot of fans, because everybody's like, I thought this was the show like Alex was in and everybody else, and it's like, well, you got all these new guys now, and it's like, I don't know these new guys. Who are these new guys? I don't like these new guys. And I just feel like if some of the certain people were still in the game, sorry, when I say in the game, I mean like obviously still in the core fed, I feel they could have, like, tried to help some of the new generation people out before going like, yeah, I'm done now, I'm retiring. Because I mean, let's take Zayn for example. I mean, he could have put like a few people over. Obviously, I know the reasons why he left is because obviously time schedule. Obviously, he weren't able to do promos when needed, and he felt bad about himself, and so obviously he left. But I mean, it would be nice if he had like somebody who he could have put over and made him look big before like retiring. And I think a load of people who are retired is just like, yeah, you could have put somebody over before jacking it in.
So like you're saying since the example is with Zayn, instead of like losing at Ultimate Glory and then being done there, if he finished up and like put over like a Nitro or someone and then left.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, like, let's say like Zayn had that one last Internet Championship run, because I mean, in my opinion, he was one of the best Internet champions before the new generation kicked in, and it would be nice if he passed over the torch in one sense over to Nitro before, rather than like it was me being obviously Internet champion. I mean, you could have just took my Internet Championship reign and just scrapped that completely and just went from Zayn to Nitro, and that would have been like kind of cool for me, because I think, wow, he's actually put somebody over before he's like fully retired. Obviously, I know David's in the call as well. Another Internet champion who just joined in. I see you typing away. I thought he was going. He's gonna say, "Don't forget my Internet Championship reign." But
yeah, I could see what you mean though. I could see that being. It would have been nice if some stuck around and did that. I mean, Copeland did that with Nitro, so I mean, I'll give him credit there. Like on his way out,
yeah, I mean,
he put over Nitro.
Fun fact: Copeland actually did. Copeland was just going like, I don't care what's happening right now. If I'm retiring, I want you to be the one who retires me. So I'm just going like, fucking dude, I'm the one who has to retire you. Goddamn.
All right, well, hold up, Nitro. You retired Copeland. I had to retire Alex on a prize.
Ooh.
Moving on. This guy had to have two feels right now. He got messaging saying, "Would you like to become Internet Champion?" Then then a few weeks later he gets told, "Do you want to retire someone?" I mean, come on.
See, that's the thing.
Not on his plate.
Originally, I was gonna have like my first feud be with like Copeland after winning the title from you. Like, as soon as I got word that I was winning the title from you at Anniversary 3 last year, I immediately messaged Copeland going like, dude, you're the first person I'm facing off against to defend this title against. And he was just going like, fuck yeah, man.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Long.
Now, obviously, we all know about all the people who have risen up in the card, guys like Fisk, Jay, Stefan, Brandon Wolf, and if anyone has anything to say about any of those, that's cool, go ahead. But I know one thing I want to go is while I know we poke fun at like Will Wild, but there are actually some of these newer guys, and when I say new, I mean like new this season or really late last season, that have come in and they're on the lower card, but they've been really, really good. Like I've been impressed with Saeed Muhammad. I think he's one of the few, because COH has this weird thing where like Travis, you'll get like 8 new guys, and you'll get like 3 of them that are like, oh, these guys are pretty good. You'll get like 1 that's all right, and the rest will be crap.
And then you get Rhino guy.
You got Rhino's second thing.
Don't even.
You got
Is that Ken
Rhino.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Rhino guy.
Who says that in a promo?
By the way, my theme song is Rhino's second theme. Oh no!
I just love how he repeats himself sometimes in his promos. I
He's
think
coming,
that's
Scott. Did you know that?
He's
Believe
how do you
him.
attract
Believe
these
him.
people?
That's what
it-
happens when you're too popular.
what
He's
it is,
gonna give you the gore.
Travis is such a nice guy.
I
Oh,
kind of
he
feel
says
like
he wants.
just like,
Scott, Scott, you're awesome. He wants you to know that.
I know. Like,
You can be- hey, listen, I don't know if he's just stupid or if he gets the joke, but I mean, you can be mean to him and he'll let you know that you're still cool. But then you have people like the Austin Yahaz, or how you pronounce his name.
I like Austin US.
I like him. He cut that one promo and I was like, wow, that was good. I hope to see more.
I was sold right there.
And
So-
yes, Saeed the same. Good.
it does make me feel they should be more.
Saeed needs a
like
little bit of work, but he's good.
And even the John Blackos guy, he has a thick accent, but he's trying.
He reminds me of TJ Profit when he talks.
And that's one thing I'll give credit to some. Notice something right here. Some of the guys that we're mentioning here that are like, oh, they're pretty good. What they didn't do in their first promo was challenge everybody. I know AJ made a post on College Shoot page. Like, that. Why does every new guy feel the need to challenge everyone?
Because Ray
Like-
set the bar.
Yeah.
Ray comes
Yeah.
in, Ray challenges for the world title, and everyone's like, alright, I'm
Well,
not as
hold
good
up.
as Ray,
Ray did-
but I'm going to challenge that Lester Barkley.
Ray did not start that because I got fucking Ace Walker challenging me on Ask.fm to fucking
Who?
matches.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Like-
That's exactly the point I was trying to make. But yeah, so you got these guys who are like fucking just starting out and they're trying to call me out of all things, and I'm in the middle of a fucking program. It's like, why would my character bother with yours?
It probably doesn't help with these new guys because a lot of these new guys they watch the show and they probably take things from other people and think it's okay, and it doesn't help that a guy like Mark Kennedy in every one of his besides the fact that he says the same thing over and over.
The what?
Hello everyone in the COH universe. I am the
Why
one.
such the
Mark Kennedy.
why
Oh
such
my god.
That just reminds me of like when I had a big pop about him being called the One, to the point where he actually says, right, I'm now the One Mark Kennedy. I was like, that's just even worse.
Mark
Why-
Kennedy, let me tell you, we know who you are.
why such the enunciation on the COH?
The COH universe.
Y'all niggas are hostile, man.
And then he spends like 2 minutes issuing like 5 open challenges. He's like, we're gonna go after those tag team titles with Shawn, Walsh, TJ Profit, and you, Lester Barkley. I challenge you for the Pride Championship. Like, why?
I know. I was literally waiting for him to say, and Scott, I challenge you for the world title. I was like, fuck it. You just have
You gotta challenge Stefan.
I want a title shot. I want a title shot. And then he shows up in ECF.
You get a title shot. You get a title shot. Everybody gets a title shot.
You guys have to hear
He
this.
shows up in ECF, and I was like, is this COH?
The same promo. Hit the same promo, and all it is, hello everyone in the ECF. He's just saying letters.
So what would happen if I brought him in SWA?
Hello everyone in the SWA universe.
I am challenging Kevin Cross.
I want to challenge everyone.
I'm challenging Lester Barkley for the pure championship.
And he always has
Wait, guys. I don't really watch the promos, but it comes to me like as if he comes from the SmackDown Just Bring It commentary.
right?
I
Yes.
want to see The Rock do The Rock Bottom.
Lester's title. Look good today.
This is going to be like the... I can see it now, the Mark Kennedy Open Challenge match. And it's not like, normally when people do an Open Challenge match, it's not, for example, like John Cena's Open Challenge. He's been the United States champion. But I think Mark Kennedy could do like the a one-off open challenge where he comes down to the ring and pretty much says, "I'm doing an open challenge for the first champion to walk down the ring."
I'll take a title shot.
You know, it's like you have. You watch the show and you want to be a part of it. Well, you know that if you're going to join it, regardless of any Fed that does the whole shoot promo thing, which I've dubbed it as, you're going to have to act like them character-wise, but you see what they do. Their promos have a structure. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. Follow that structure, but add your character. Don't just join because you want to be a part of the Fed because you're a fan of it. If you're going to do that, understand that this is what comes with it. And instead, most of these people, they join, and either they're very nervous, that if you're nervous, don't join yet. Prepare yourself for it. Or
don't think about it too much.
Or if you, exactly, just be you, I guess. Because
I was just singing, bro, but okay.
Yes, but you know what? You're right, Cash. Or,
Old man Cash is right.
If you ever want to be an Accuracy or an Alex or a Stu, you can't challenge everyone. And you can't cut 30-minute promos for a while.
Challenges.
And the blood will not flow.
Bro, yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna end up being like them.
Hater Gilmore.
You don't want to be a Gilmore or a Christian Gary or an Ace Walker. You want to be an actual
or Shart.
Shart killed.
No, oh dear
You
God. I hate to keep picking on Mark Kennedy, but
Well, like I said, if there's other people,
Well, you're gonna do it anyway.
Right,
yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway.
New move situation.
But
Wait,
what I
don't we
don't
have
get is
some other shit that we need to talk about?
we do.
There's actually like 5 other federations that still have to be brought up.
We got this.
Soccer is losing control.
But what I don't get is, and Mark Kennedy's not the only one who does this, but when they do these challenges, it's either newer guys off of no wins or losses, and the other ones who are on the roster, they'll go off a string of losses. Like, the new movement has lost how many matches in the last few weeks, and then they're issuing open challenges, and they like, the new movement lost Tag Team Warfare. Why should they be challenging for a Tag Team title shot? You lost.
Do these people think open challenge is how I start my feud?
Yeah, I think, alright, you know what? I want a shot at the world title. Scott, I'm issuing an open challenge.
Well, not just
Next
that, but maybe
Whoa,
it's like,
whoa,
I do an open...
no.
I've done nothing to deserve it, or, I haven't beat any main eventers, but you know what?
Well, I don't
I'm
think it's
getting
just
that
that, but maybe they think, if I do an open challenge, whoever comes out, well, boom, I got my first feud.
I gotta say, that just remind me of Saeed Mohammed saying on the Facebook page, I want championship gold. I says, so that's a pride title then?
That's all fun. But speaking of new things, but it's not COH. It's with Nitro here. Nitro's got his own ACL. It's been out.
Oh,
for
I told one before.
Couple months now.
It's been out since August.
Yeah, cause I knew it was like towards the end of the summer there, and I know one. Now, people don't know, it's a fantasy call show, just like NJCW.
It's essentially like the sister child of ACW.
It's like that thing on the back of your leg.
It's in my opinion, like the sister show to ACW because it's an anime inspired federation just like theirs.
Well, it's not really just... Yeah, it's mostly anime, not gonna lie.
I mean, you have like maybe a handful of people that aren't.
Yeah, not gonna lie, yeah, you're kinda right on that.
I mean, then again, ACW is the same thing, because they have, like, Donkey Kong and stuff, and that's not anime.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, they got Donkey Kong in there.
Yeah. They're fantasy feds.
Wait, who's
calm
new
down.
to
There's other
Who's new
stuff.
to this? Who, what the fuck?
ACW. People, calm down. There's other things besides original.
Oh.
Yeah, and the Donkey Kong, the ACW, I swear, the face freaks me out every time I see it.
Hey man, you want to push an ACW? Beat up Donkey Kong.
Right?
You
That's
survived.
true, though. But Nitro's Fed is definitely getting its ground. Grab?
Grab? What did
You
you...
give me
Nitro, what are you grabbing?
Oh, for once.
that dick.
Oh God.
No wonder it's
I'll
picking up
just,
some
I'll
momentum.
just, I'll
But
just-
yeah, I have feds like NJCW and ACW to thank for kind of inspiring me
Oh
to
my
try and get
God.
into like Con and everything.
Wow. I feel so happy now. I'm gonna go cry.
His dick.
Yeah,
I'll
pretty
put-
much. I
I'll
sort
put-
of hey, if a guy like Adam could make a fed and it can be
Wow.
somewhat successful, maybe I could get into the car game.
Wow.
That's true. That'd be good for me,
I
mate.
love how he replaces the word any retard and says Adam.
Oh, Scott, please, you're not really trying. I'm trying to be positive with Adam here.
Wow.
He started off like, oh, it's great that you do it, you were an inspiration. And then it was like, well, if he can do it...
Well, you know.
It was meant to be in a positive light, dang it.
Okay, yeah, whatever you say there.
Right, so guys, remember,
I hope a kangaroo kicks you in the fucking temple.
you're not allowed to say any retard.
In the
now,
dick.
you're allowed to say Adam.
Oh my...
Bad Scott. No, you say ants.
Oh my... No.
No, he can't defend
Oh.
himself.
Exactly.
So, Nitro, what's the plan from here with ACR? Are you just like doing your own thing right now and seeing how it goes, or are you gonna take the Adam route and mooch off of people's viewership
First off.
to get some?
No, he's going to do what every other core fed does. Take a big long hiatus now.
Basically, I'm trying my best to keep myself on a consistent kind of slope that we've been going right now. The main reason why there was such a huge gap a while ago between, like, I believe, Full Metal Panic and the 4th edition of Prime was because my capture card pretty much shit the bed. So I had to buy a completely new one that came about a week or so before the 4th episode came out, and then from that onwards I started to do it on a more consistent basis.
I see,
In fact, before we actually started up this call, I was actually working on getting the next CPV out, Danger Zone, just the
Lies.
base for it sorted,
Lies.
so I can...
Lies.
What?
Lies.
Well, Scott, where's your friend?
But you see, the funny thing about that was, the main event for that match, which is Spike Spiegel versus Sebastian Michalis with Calypso from Twisted Metal as a special guest referee, the audio for it did not work, so I had to completely record it last night.
Sorry, say that again. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Can you, what match was that?
Pretty much the main event of Danger Zone completely, the audio for it just did not record.
No, who's in the match? Spike Spiegel and who?
Sebastian Michalis from Black Butler.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you just said a different name then.
Haha.
Fuck, I forgot who was in this match. I will think of a different name.
Something that sounds this Japanesey, you know.
Ching ching chong,
All right.
chickadee ching ching chong.
Oh my God, we
Uh-oh.
went there. Thanks for opening the racist door.
Hey, you guys.
Well, all right. Well,
Shall we open the racist door, children?
He
I
brought
would-
up the
I
fact
would-
that somebody, I forget, I think it was Doc supports ISIS. I think we're...
Yes, he does.
I would say that Jay's people would attack me, but then
Jay
again,
might be
according to
Mexican.
Andrew, Jay's a Mexican.
Jay
Let's
will
talk about
attack
core
you with
feds.
a
Let's
cookie.
talk about TCF.
Oh, TCF.
It is coming back. I have it on...
It's coming back, I swear.
I will speak for Jay for this one. Jay has said that he got the game and he got a capture device, right? I think so TCF is not dead.
Not yet.
But then again, TCF, it's good in small doses, you know what I mean?
TCF, or what was it, like the first, like, was it 5 episodes of will be like fucking, Jay just posted results on the page, could not be bothered to record, here was the match results.
See, TCF is like crack. It's good in small doses.
See, the things that TCF gets away with, no one else could. Oh.
But yeah, like, when we were all talking about, like, 2K cars moving to 2K16 before, I'm not gonna make the move to 2K16 yet, until I've got pretty much everything all sorted for, like, everything on there, because it's, like, a really slow process to remake all the cars onto there, and just have everything be moved from 2K14 to 2K16, so I'm planning on getting that done within, like, a CPV or two time after this one, but we'll see how it goes from here.
Basically, what you're trying to say is you haven't realised how to use community creations, and you don't have to search for people.
Speaking of which,
they're not up
I
yet.
hate the idea that we can only download 20 things a day. Bullshit.
No, yeah, Adam was bitching about that.
Well, I'm sorry if I don't make my own stuff.
So what was the next topic we were on?
Alright, now, let's go to Deepak here, who, by the way, for people who don't know, does a lot of really cool, like, intros and video packages and stuff like that. So you guys, if you need them, you should really consider hitting them up, because there's some cool ones. And when did you decide to start, like, doing this? Because I only heard a couple months ago that you did this stuff.
Well, I actually started 2 years ago. And
Whoa.
I started 2 years ago.
You mean you started 2 years ago, and I'm just finding out it this year?
Yeah.
I could have used his help 2 years ago.
Yeah,
So could I. Maybe I would have been
actually-
still doing cool right now.
2 years ago, I didn't want to do work. I could have put that.
You still do it.
I mostly just did SCAW for a little while, and then word of mouth got around, and next thing I know, every CAW league on YouTube is coming out of the woodwork asking me to do work for them, and I don't mind it.
That's because CAW is one of the laziest communities in the world, and people...
They find out you're good at something. Hey, can you do this for me, man?
Like Scott.
Yeah, pretty much.
Scott, can you make me a
Scott
poster?
thinks exactly
Yeah.
So I started 2 years ago, and my first promo was Captain America and the Prince of Persia inside Hell in a Cell at Spring Showdown in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool. Now, like, what are you working on now, or just released, or for any shows?
Well, I do. Actually, last night I started collecting footage for a new project for Akeem over at ACW, and let's just say it involves somebody who just recently returned.
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, with like, obviously, when you start a project, where do you start? What's your base and all that? And obviously, how long does it take you to do a project from beginning to end? For example, let's say somebody says, "Hey, can you do a promo package?" and then gives you absolutely no help with it. Apart from saying, "I need a promo package for." Let's say Travis, for example, he says, "I need a promo package for Scott Adams versus Ray Gettis," but he gives you no help with it.
Well, first I look at the footage and I see the history of the feud, and then I start scrolling through my ever increasing vast library of music that I get. I usually try to get music from movie trailers, and I try to find the right one that I feel like fits the mood for the feud, and I just go from there.
Oh.
Well, you did a heck of a job with mine and Casey Gordon's promo.
I loved the Young Lions Cup one that he made.
Yeah, that was inspired by the intro to this year's Best of the Super Juniors tournament in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Loved it.
So, what's the longest time frame it has taken you to make promo, and what is the shortest?
I think the shortest I did I did one for a fed called EWWE. That's it's run by Alistar Morgan, I'm not sure if anybody's part of the video.
Oh, I remember him. He was in COH for a little bit.
Yeah, I worked with him for time.
Yeah, that took maybe a day. The one that was really short was the recent intro I made for SCW Action. That took me less than 2 hours. The longest one I've ever done was the CCL recap of last season. That took a little bit longer than I expected. That took me almost a whole week.
So you got all that.
That's good too, man. Did a good job on it too.
So what is it? You go back and just download all the episodes? Or
Yeah, pretty much. I just pretty much watch all the episodes, see what was the highlight, and I just added to it.
Jesus.
He did Queens of Wrestling's intro also.
Yeah, I also did the Queens of Wrestling intro.
Fuck.
That was pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
I also did Animania 3's intro, the Wrestle Kingdom one.
That one was really good.
Yeah. That's more Jesus.
I also did, what else did I do? I also did the SCAW the 80s Express entrance with Stan Bush.
You did a lot of this stuff for Blood, Sweat, and Tears this year, right? A lot of the special Titancons.
Yeah, I thought it would be really cool to have a live a live version of the entrance theme. So I presented the idea to Lone Star, and he greenlit it.
Jesus, that's a lot of fun.
There's a lot.
I enjoy editing. One of the things I hope to get into was getting into Hollywood and behind the scenes stuff. So seeing this is it's fun to me. It's like a puzzle.
True. Now, also note that while you do these, you also have your own cause show with UCWL.
Yeah, that's my league that I've been working on. The idea first came up in 2008. Me and my cousin David, aka CD Extreme, we came up with the idea, and we just didn't have the equipment back then to pull it off to bring it to YouTube. But now we do.
I hear that.
Yeah, and did you guys see the? Did any of you see the under construction video?
Yeah, so it's being used in feds now as a commercial.
Yeah, I've noticed. Anybody guess anybody who's in that, or because I'll tell you who they are if you don't know who they are.
People.
What?
God.
Okay.
Damn it, Sacco.
I was reading a message AJ sent me.
Okay, I'm back.
We're talking about Tim Tebow and his model
This isn't
girlfriend.
about that now, is it?
She broke up with him because he doesn't want to have
We're
sex.
in a podcast, Sacco.
Okay.
We're in a podcast, Sacco.
This isn't about that, Sacco.
Tebow time, man.
Well, I'm back. My laptop decided to have a hissy fit and decided to do a Windows update.
Lol.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
What were we at, Sacco?
I think BPAC was talking.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Go
All right, yeah. So the guys in the trailer was Kyo Kusanagi from the King of Fighters.
Huh.
Mark of the Wolves, Terry Bogard.
Oh yeah.
Then there was a familiar face from ACW. That's supposed to be Monkey D. Luffy. And then there's Nova from Marvel. I'm not sure if any of you see the show Vikings on the History Channel. That's supposed to be Ragnar Lodbrok. And then the last guy in the shot is supposed to be Light Yagami from Death Note.
Okay.
Yeah. My league's a mixture of everything: anime, Marvel comics. It's pretty much it's on the same thing as SCAW almost.
All right.
I could pretty much.
Now somebody is like shaving right now.
Yeah, I hear a buzzing noise too. I have no
Sounds
idea.
Me, I have my mic
Scott,
on.
Scott, put your dildo away.
I don't think it's me. It could be me.
It's gone.
It's gone now.
It's gone. We scared it away. All right.
Aliens.
So cool. There's a lot of
God damn
like,
it.
oh no! We jinxed it.
Sucko.
Alien.
Has it actually gone now?
Hold on.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right, so hang on, hold on. If I just do this, is it back?
Oh.
No, Scott, you're turning
No,
it back on.
Is it back? Is it
Turn
actually
it back
back now?
on.
This is the blooper. This is the blooper reel.
Is it actually
No,
back
it
now?
all stays.
Is
There's
it
gonna be
back
a,
now?
there's just
gone.
gonna be a
It's gone.
highlight of the
Oh.
show.
All right.
It's just me.
Now
No, it's not me then.
Sucko.
I thought it was me charging my phone up.
Now.
Oh.
All
you were
right.
saying?
Right. Okay. So, very cool stuff there, and, for anyone, if you guys are lazy and you don't want to do your work, BPAC's there to do it for you. I mean, ask nicely.
I'm so going to be that guy now. How long did you say the longest was?
It took me about a week.
Okay, right, we're going to send some work to you.
Yeah, I may need some work.
And like slaves, we're not going to pay you.
All right, now let's move on here. Get some more things talked about. Let's talk about my show because I'm egotistical.
And next question.
And you're a bastard.
Raven's in a match. I could.
There's actually
We have to talk about you, man. Don't
Yeah,
you get
Powers were
don't you get enough exposure with your logo being on your shirt now?
You're coming on who's back now?
Wait,
Oh,
That's nasty.
what? I mean,
I ain't doing anything like that.
I
for
mean,
anyone's
I
back.
did it to Dusty's back.
Oh, jeez.
my gosh.
Adam.
Come on, man.
No.
I fucked Dusty Rhodes.
Oh.
God.
Watch out.
Oh, but yes, continue. God. But yes, this is a bit of some interesting stuff. We talked about it earlier with Alex showing up, which for some people have been intrigued by that because that was the first time the Alex
We
Enterprise.
already talked about Alex enough.
I'm going to spin off from it. God, Adam. I'm gonna deep push
do you
Raven.
know why he's actually
What's the
bringing
deep
up
push?
Alex?
What Raven Lopez do to you?
I'm
Not
just going to
really.
help Shawn here so he can move on very quickly. The reason why he's bringing up Alex is because it was the only time his show got more views than any other time ever.
No, that is actually not true. That's actually not true. It's up there, but they're higher viewed shows. I don't care to pull them up though.
You just kept refreshing the button.
I kept refreshing the button. No. See, I got my viewership naturally. Not like someone with super show.
Yeah. COH.
Do you reckon if Sonny had a cup?
It wasn't COH at all. If anything, actually Ray helped me with viewership.
Yeah, you pendejo.
Do you reckon if Sonny ran a core show, he would message each and every one of us to say, "Can you click on my show? Just leave it on for 5 minutes, then click off."
Do you guys think Sonny would be the Jeff Jarrett if he pulled his own cough out?
He's
See, I certainly hope not, because I hate when people do that for their shows. I hate when people are like,
AJ?
I'm the champion.
he's gonna go right.
See?
He's gonna go.
Like when AJ
He's
did
gonna
that.
go into business for himself like Jeff Jarrett.
Like, and I'll say this because I know somebody will be like, well, Sean Riley is the AWF champion. It's because Sean Riley, when I first started AWF in 2009, was a mid-carder. It took him to 2012, not 2012, 2014 to win the world title.
Like Jeff Jarrett.
Built that shit.
They didn't.
No, Jeff Jarrett won the world title. What? Like in the first
Stop
year?
mentioning
Yeah.
his name.
Jeff Jarrett
No.
was the NWA champion, and Jeff Jarrett won the NWA team
That's
title.
JEFF. JARRET.
I hate everyone. Hulk Hogan.
You know who I
Socko.
love? Jeff Jarrett.
Hulk Hogan, Socko.
What if I book Jeff Jarrett versus
Oh, can we
Reigns?
just get on with it?
You're gonna lose. You're gonna get stroke.
I'll have a stroke.
We're gonna continue. We're gonna
Hey,
continually
if Jeff
mention
Jarrett
Jeff
doesn't
Jarrett.
give you a stroke, Karen Jarrett will.
We're gonna continually mention Jeff Jarrett until the echo and the buzzing are gone.
Speaking of Jarrett, does anybody know when
It
Oh
works.
my God, why?
got a TV deal?
Microphone.
What was that about Jeff Jarrett?
Why?
I was just curious if his new league got a TV deal.
No.
That guy.
What I do know is one thing that I am kind of doing. There's kind of more cash. That we kind of talked about in the last one, and now it's actually put out some episodes. Lima, Delta.
Hey guys,
Hey.
nothing to echo and
Yeah, I was about to say, am I the only one hearing an echo?
See.
I'm gonna take.
Sean, it's true. Shawn Walsh did copy himself.
I'm gonna take a lucky guess and say it's
It was
me.
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, it's gone.
Then it was definitely me.
Yes, slap nuts.
Alright, so PCW. Now, I'm sure Cash, although right
Hi.
now have been having
I'm
some
Cash.
issues with getting
Oh,
the
Cash.
next
Hey,
episode
the
up.
cash curse came back, everybody. I got the show fucking going. I had so much plans for it, and my laptop crashed actually about 2 days ago.
And
I lost everything except for the matches for episode 3, which I have to send to you.
Hold on. Right.
I lost all the themes.
No. You're saying your laptop crashed? Just
Yes.
tell everybody the truth. You went up to a homeless person, you stole his laptop, and then you tried using it, and that's why you fucking couldn't get your show out, because it was a shitty laptop.
Well, no, I
fell into the Windows 10 trap, actually.
No, I think Cash. Well, I think it's Cash doesn't have enough money, sold his laptop so he can get that good cush.
Heck, well, yeah.
See?
Hey, that's the type of high speed I like.
Ah.
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, good night, everyone.
But
Waka waka.
for people who don't know, and I'm going to give the credit here, the guy who does recording and edit it.
And the motherfucker who came up with the idea.
I was going to say editing, but I've helped out with editing.
Ryan Carroll.
Yes, Ryan Carroll is the mastermind behind PC.
Oh my god.
No, it's Cash.
Yeah.
So it was his idea to do it, and it's so far been good. It's been able to get some people some recognition. Maybe like people who go over to COH and are like, yeah, I kind of blow, but let me go take up some time here.
PCW will help you out. It's literally
So
like
Will Wild, you know.
No.
I mean, Will Wild can come, but I don't know how well we're going to treat him. I mean, we do
Does PCW work like NXT then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, they're going to get built up so well, and then it's just like, oh my god, they look absolutely wicked. We should send them to COH, and then they get buried.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, yeah. Travis is like the Vince McMahon over there. He'll bury them. So.
It's like, no, we're not having no PCW
I got the
shit.
brass to bury your ass.
Oh my god. I'm your genetic jackhammer.
I want to fuck my daughter.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Come
Oh,
on, keep going.
hey.
He had a whole storyline planned.
Oh, let's not talk about that. That would have been terrible.
A couple
So
of
bad.
freaks.
So bad.
Anyway.
Hey, but there's some good people who I know I'd like to bring up AWS at some point, like the Rogue Shark.
Oh yeah, Roger Terry. He's gonna be making his debut in PCW very soon.
He is.
Chris Knight.
Chris Knight
Made his debut. Former COH alumnus are in there. Kevin's there as Kevin Wonderman. Kevin's they're under an AWF contract under Kevin Wonderman.
Half the ICW roster.
Andrew Kelly, Todd Austin. Let's see who else is there. There's Kamikaze's there. And in fact,
yes.
Dom Manson, Brock Manson's son, is contender for the PCW title.
Dublin's down there with a new gimmick.
Brian Dublin returned. David Salmon from ECF. There's a lot of big names. Daniel Mars.
Yeah.
Yes, Mars
Daniel Mars is down there. He's in a tag team.
Oh yeah, I'm in that NXT-ish brand.
Yeah.
Like,
you owe me a promo.
I don't know how. Well, I want to cut the promo, but it's like I needed to talk to Shawn about it because it's like, okay, do I do the thing that got me basically in heat with the entire world?
I will not make fun of you. I swear to God. do your best.
Do I go with the accent or do I just ditch it? Because you booked me as the Englishman. You booked me as the Englishman.
I mean, yes, I did book you as a British guy, but dude, I know British people whose accents have gone away because they lived here for so long.
I guess my gimmick will be that I'm a foreign exchange student.
Yes.
And it's like,
foreign exchange.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. I'll be a pissed off foreign exchange.
You're British American.
Yeah, I'm a British American or something. Okay.
You're like Davey. You're like Davey Boy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Just don't die.
He was British Canadian.
I wanted to bring Brandon Wolf in, but Sokka was like, I have, and I was like, no.
Brandon Wolf shot up to the main roster.
Why did he get special treatment?
Because he's bringing
you got special treatment
Wolf.
too.
Yeah.
Was Raven PCW?
No, Yagami's in PCW.
Shannon Yagami.
Well, yeah.
Shannon Yagami's in PCW.
Rave just missed.
And then you got AWF growing guys like Leo Cooper and Dallas Crow, Ryan Dublin, Jack Maximus, who's down there. The American Patriots made their way down there because they need work. Yeah, let's name the whole roster. There's people who haven't debuted yet that I ain't mentioned. A lot of them. There's a handful actually.
There's a lot.
They ain't. Surprise.
So it's certainly going to be pretty cool. I hope that people go into PCW because
I was gonna say Roger Terry is my fucking MVP. Oh my god, that dude will send me a promo immediately.
He's very good with promos. Very, very good.
Yeah.
He's like he's little Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, you taught him.
More like Big Ray.
Big Ray?
Big Ray.
He's big. I don't know.
Wait a minute. How did that work?
Yeah, how is he Big Ray?
He's I don't know.
He's little Ray.
Shut up.
Roger Terry, I guess, would be like.
Bitch, I do what I want.
You did good, Ray.
Oh my god. That'd be something. I hope things work out there with Roger Terry and PCW because I can't wait to eventually use him on the main roster.
So everybody who's watching this right now, send Shawn your guy, and he'll go to PCW. Blow up his mail. Blow up his Facebook.
No, don't do that. Please.
Blow up his Facebook.
Send something.
Send them to me too. Like, don't be afraid to.
Anything to cash. Screw over Socko.
Yeah, all Socko does is just goes, okay, so he's like, okay, Cash, I want this match, and this match. Record it, send it to me. Here, good boy. Here's a cookie. Bye. I'll see you next week.
PCW is a chance for you.
He gives you a cookie. Are you sure he gives you a cookies? I think Adam comes around and then chucks
No, he actually.
I throw it out.
No, he
cookies.
No, you see.
Jay in the call.
Now you see, Socko fills up the room the room I'm editing and recording in. He fills the room with amphetamines in the air. So I just look cracked out. So I'm so cracked out that I think that the pills he's giving me, which are LSD, are actually cookies. So I'm constantly stoned while recording the show. So that's how my show ends up looking awesome. Because trust me, if I was sober, my show would look like shit.
To all of the Fed owners out there who are looking for new talent,
don't listen to me. I am poison to you.
Watch PCW and scout some talent.
Yes, actually. Don't actually do that.
Talent. You might find someone you like.
I'm actually happy I'm doing PCW because I have people I can work with and I'm not just doing this all by myself. Because I've been doing that since 2010 and that's a pain in the ass.
Skylar Rain
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you and Skylar Rain.
You and Steven have a crush on that fucking guy I made. Oh my god.
I have a thing for goth gimmicks. Come on.
Okay.
Adam, just because you want to fuck Skylar Rain doesn't mean we need to bring something.
What's the next, I mean, I fucked Dusty Rhodes too, but.
No Vaseline.
Oh.
What's next?
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Okay, no new friends.
No, we already talked about Calzars way back. So, but right now, we have this tournament going on, and it's just...
They don't get noticed.
I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. I got a method. You look on the real deal now, okay?
You're living in a wheelchair now.
Alright, but tournament's going on, is interesting. I mean, besides the fact that Ray likes to screw over Fisk, but that's whatever.
I don't think he's enemy.
I
Ray
said your guess was as good as mine about that one.
I guess, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I don't know.
And, other than that, too, I know I've been having issues with it, but not because of what people see, is that my recorder has been crap with 2K14 for the last few months, so I would lose recordings.
What?
God. It's terrible. Now I have to recreate stuff on 2K16.
Stop making excuses. You're just lazy.
No, I'd rather be on 14, because I would have already had it recorded.
You say.
Just use 2K 13 for promos.
No.
I'm
not using that.
I'm sorry, but I just, that's the one thing that I'm surprised nobody really does is, go back for certain specifics. I mean, everybody's making the move to 2K16, but it's gonna lack cutscenes. I'm not saying that COD can't be done without cutscenes, but it does help out a little. I mean, stuff like trying to get hit by a limo or getting or having someone in an office. None of that is going to be in this new game. So,
I think I'll move from this soon because I know we kind of talked a lot about this, but it kind of makes it a little bit tougher and makes you think more creatively because it's so much easier. How many times do we see the scenes in 2K14 used over and over again? And it'd be oh, well, alright, that's going, a faction's forming, alright, we see this. Oh, you got hit by a car. Now it puts you to the test because you got to do more creative things with it. Unless you want to just use 2K14, but that's your choice. Now, this, and I'm going to stress this, I stressed this at the beginning of the call, but for people at home or on the toilet who are listening to this, these are not awards.
Wait, that's it?
But is there anything else you want to talk about?
You left up you and ECF.
They're not here to talk.
Oh, well, Andrew's doing a good job, and AJ's doing a good job.
Yeah, is there any other shows you guys...
Pandemonium's coming, we promise.
Is there anything...
It is. AJ was working on it yesterday.
Are there any feds that any of you else watch that weren't mentioned that you guys want to talk about? We'll go around. Just say it.
Pull up your pants if you don't have anything to say.
SCW.
They just released the show.
They're getting a little backlash from it, but...
Wait, why are they getting
backlash?
What
happened there?
Because it was kind of predictable. They're getting a lot of flack for their Hell in a Cell match. I don't know why.
Anybody wants to start a Fed, and needs a book, someone who could do creative writing, a booker or whatever, let me know.
Well, I think it's more the fact that, again, SCW's been around for almost a decade. They're starting to run out of ideas, but I guess he wants to keep doing it.
He's holding on to that.
But I mean, it's a lot of repetition, and I don't know. But there was an issue, I guess, on the Video Game Network from El Noveno, who I can't see his post because
complains about everything.
And was complaining about the Hell in a Cell match.
Everything.
Oh yeah, wasn't El Noveno complaining about stuff? So. I remember I was seeing that.
But you want to talk about a Fed that until about maybe a year and a half ago was still on SVR06 and was able to get around all those issues. He was able to do it. There's a great example of someone who's able to get around the issues of not having story creator and still make it work and still get still getting between 500 and 1,000 views an episode.
YWF is still on 12.
Right? Yeah.
13.
Yeah, they're on 13.
ACW. Well, no, but then again, they have story designers on.
Yeah.
True. And to be fair with YWF, like, yeah, we'll see him for the next comeback.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Anyone else want to say anything?
Before, all right.
Last call for alcohol. Anybody?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Last call with Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Scotch Hall. Anybody?
Scott Hall.
Hey, yo.
All right.
yo, I need money. Give me.
Now, again, I stress these aren't awards because if these were awards, we're gonna get shit on. There's gonna be fights. Everyone's gonna say things about each other's mother. It's not gonna end well. So these aren't awards. These are just simply discussion points. Don't have to pick one person. You could pick multiple people, or not pick anyone at all.
Fuck your mother, Socko.
See, look at this. Already happened. This year, we know a lot of it is in COH, but like all around call, there's been a lot of breakout stars. So I want to know who you guys think is broken out this year. All right, I'll go. Since you guys have all volunteered to go, I'm going to say no, and I'll go. Okay, because my show. I'll say Daniel Mars.
Fuck yeah.
He's done very well, broken out this year. Same goes for Scott, and I'm not just saying this because he was there in the call. I'm saying it because it's true. Scott is really broken out this year, who I still feel is the best choice to be the corporate champion. Who else there?
Caleb Blair.
Caleb Blair. I like the heel character is really done well. Brandon Wolf.
Wolf is the fucking star, man. Oh my!
Love that kid. He's great, and he is doing a great job.
Nitro,
yeah. Nitro. He's things have been going really well for him, and I remember when there was a point where there was no world champion, and people were like, "Oh, Nitro is basically like the battleground champion." And I know with what happened when we thought Nate was leaving, some people were like, "Oh, well, maybe Nitro would have to go up for the main event." So I don't know what's next for Nitro, even though you just lost. But hey,
Stefan won the internet title.
Keep watching Battleground. Things might pick up.
Oh, Stefan too. You know what?
You won the internet
for
title.
anyone for people who know, I've been critical of Stefan in the past, but I'll say, especially since this feud is Nitro, I've really liked his work.
Yeah.
I thought it's been really good, so it's a credit to him.
Speaking of Stefan, because everybody, I don't know if everybody knows their end game going into Ultimate Glory, later on this year or next. Well,
oops,
no spoilers podcast.
No. But when it comes to Stefan Guerrero, who do you see as his Ultimate Glory opponent? Because I want to see him take on Saeed Muhammad.
That depends on a lot of things.
I could see them fighting in an MMA match.
Yeah.
I could see that. It really depends on where Saeed Muhammad goes. He's so far been good, but it depends how these next few months go and how people take to him. So we'll have to see. And also, they're on different shows.
Yeah.
So are you and Jay Crack, and I my fantasy card for next Ultimate Glory is you versus Jay Crack.
Hey, me and Jay will never fight. We're
team best friends.
Now.
Sure about that, Mister? You're small.
Oh, that was taken out of context.
Short
okay.
jokes over there. No, I'm not gonna say how nice of a belt you have.
Where's my cookie?
No, this isn't about me.
But yeah, those guys have been doing really well, and so many more. You have a few. Go ahead, Adam.
I think Zach Stone and DCA is really broken out. Chris Knight. I know Cash isn't the biggest fan of the Sunny promo aspect, but I think he's doing a good job. He's gotten into the character, and he's fighting for the title. I don't know if Cash has anything to say about that, or Cash is dead.
I've always liked Chris Knight, like the character wise. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Sonny as like his voice. I've always preferred the other guy to him. I forgot who it even was that used to voice him beforehand. But
Ace Walker.
No. But I've always thought he was good. I think it's about time that Chris Knight gets that main event push. Finally.
He is now. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm so like him and Ray Geddes was a good ass match on Adrenaline. Other people I'd say that are like a breakout. I guess in DCA, I would say Zach Stone, but at the same time, I would also say Dante Styles.
Yeah.
The brother of Loudon Styles, and like he became more of a fucking heel, and like it got him more over there. AWF, I would say Ian Morgan fucking popped up out of nowhere. He was starting his Europe, and he wasn't doing shit, and
then he dropped me on my head.
Christopher Wonder, I would say.
Oh, look at Kamikaze.
Kamikaze, definitely.
He went from 1 month before being, oh, well, there's Kamikaze.
Yeah, babyface.
To, oh, shit, what the hell just happened?
Oh man. Oh, shit. CJ Hawkins.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah. You know, he won the Call-Stars title this year. Now, he didn't hold it for very long. But he still finally did get the title, and now he's been struggling. I mean, him and Kamikaze,
yeah.
I'll say it's intriguing to where it's going to go. I know where it's going to go, but...
Two from ACW, Akuma wasn't really doing much. Won the Rose of Destiny's world champion now. He's fighting in the main event. And Aaron Yeager, who showed up at last year's Animania, won the Cruiserweight title and then wins the first ever Young Lions Cup this year. That's all in 1 year, you know?
Yeah.
I'll say this from my show. I mean, he always gets praise, but Travis is
Travis, yeah.
Doing awesome.
Travis is my favorite heel in AWF. I was kissing his ass big time at Glory Days.
But ECF, I'm really digging Cape Fear.
Cape Fear, I'm digging.
I gotta agree with Aaron Yeager on as my breakout star, as well as Sasuke Uchiha in ACW. And he hasn't broken out yet, but I'm really expecting some big things for Casey Jones in SCAW.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. I love Casey Jones.
You can thank me for that. I was Casey Jones' representative in Choose the Superstar 5.
Oh my god.
I think Dante had a great breakout year.
I regret not giving Casey Jones a shot in my old show.
I'm gonna say I know that this Fed barely spits out episodes, but when it does, there's some crown jewels in there. So I'm gonna bring up a nominee from Call Wrestling Society. I'm gonna go with Nathan Roberts. The most recent episodes that were aired, like his promo skills have just improved dramatically, and like the fact that like he's kind of a mainstay of like the main part of the story. It's pretty good. Like if I don't know if you guys will watch that or not, but check it out.
He's good. I like Matt Diesel too, who I think broke out as well.
Yes,
I like Matt.
I like Matt
really
Diesel.
Good.
And then overall, we got Ray Geddes everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're talking. Hey,
that's.
Ray,
I wouldn't say that's breakout.
You could think of Ray as a breakout outside of CCL.
Yeah,
right.
Because
he's just starting to appear everywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's how
he's in your Fed. He's in CCL. He's in CW. Yeah. He's showing up for me for a few. You know,
I would also say Kevin.
Kevin Cross.
Kevin's doing a lot better ever since he came back. Yeah, he won the SWA title. He's doing stuff in CWS. He's doing stuff in PCW. He's leader of Team Slam.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's doing a lot better.
Now, let's also look at this before we get to a couple more things real quick. one thing that I'm known for is my tag teams, and I've had an interesting year when it comes to tag teams. But who do you guys think has been like the standout team?
We're not gonna do worst yet.
The standout tag team. Oh man!
Like best team.
Standout tag teams in all of COD. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man, I would say.
You can name a couple.
I would say Big Money.
Big Money.
Yeah, Big Money's pretty good.
I'm gonna say this to be honest. There's not that many because I feel like where women's COD wrestling was a dying breed, tag team wrestling in COD is now becoming a dying breed.
Because everyone wants to be singles.
Everybody wants to be a singles guy. CCL has an amazing tag division. But that's like and DCA's got a pretty decent tag division. It feels like tag teams aren't like the main states anymore, and that's upsetting.
Well, I think for like a good half of the year that the team was together, Ego was.
But you guys were like the only thing. I always bring it up that you guys were like the only thing. Like even when Patriot was with Jams, it was just Patriot, you know.
Yeah.
Jams left, and then you want to bring up you want to bring up rap metal. Look at that, you know.
Okay, I think that would go for like disappointing teams.
There's no love for tag teams. Like there's the Wolfpack in DCA and in CCL. They're great, and then
Butcher and Overkill who are timeless.
Butcher and Overkill, you can go either way.
What about GM and DM?
GM, right?
Who?
Daniel Mars and Gluteus.
I would say
they're definitely getting there. You know,
they're getting there.
You know,
I would choose the Rising Suns.
Yeah.
They went in DCA. They went from nothing to becoming tag team champions.
I'm anticipating the Blade Runners return to DCA.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
like Blade Runner.
The Blade Runners definitely up there too.
The Blade Runners remind me of the Downfall Syndicate from URWL. And that's just something because Downfall Syndicate is one of my favorite tag teams from URWL, and
I think so.
I like the Brotherhood from CCL.
I liked the Brotherhood when it was.
I liked the Brotherhood.
I liked them, but then they came back and then they just were a show of their former self.
I don't like Gabriel and Miguel. I think it should just be Shatter and Acid.
Yeah.
Fun fact: originally, before I ended up picking Michael Hyman, Bradley Reynolds was gonna join the Brotherhood.
Oh, really?
If you and him stayed as a tag team, I could have said you and him.
Oh, me and Hyman?
Yeah, if it would have been like a teacher and a student thing, but
it needed to move on because like it wasn't going anywhere and it was stagnant to me.
Like tag teaming is just it just seems like Cash said, everybody wants.
I thought Reynolds and DRT.
I like it, and this is a plus because for my show, not everyone is a person, it's people I've created. So
I like the young wonders.
But even feds that make their own tag teams, I feel like they just it's not important.
I like, and this is biased because it's my own guys, but I like what I've done with the Disciples and
look
that they've been killer machines.
The Maverick Brothers.
Look what ECF did to the Mavericks.
Okay, here's the difference. What I did with the Mavericks was gave them some singles credibility and made them important. ECF made them lose.
Oh, so wait, are the Mavericks done?
No, they're not done. Mavericks are not done. There's a storyline.
I know the American Patriots are pretty much like they're in PCW. I'm gonna improve them definitely. Like
they're looking for research.
That match between him and Conor Shea was like a beginning of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get remade. They're gonna look fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I can't think of much.
These guys aren't a team yet, but I'm really expecting big things for Ryu and Ken in ACW too.
That's a legendary thing right there.
Mm-hmm. Now, not just teams. This is for anyone. Who's been? We've talked about like people who've broken out. We've been impressed with who's some people or teams that have been disappointed.
All right, everybody together. 1, 2, rap metal.
2, 3, rap metal. Yeah.
Rap metal.
Yeah, I agree with with David over there, New Movement.
They need to be repackaged completely. Okay, before I continue my thought, I just gotta throw out this question. Amongst the two, who has the potential for better things?
To be honest,
David Rivera.
At this point, David, but that's not by much.
No, I know it's not by much.
Beforehand, it was Mark, but
you know what the thing is? It's like when Travis posted their cause onto the page for something for them, which is supposed to be a tag team, completely different attires. Like you're not singles guys anymore. You're a tag team now. Be a tag team.
Yeah.
Don't give us different attires. That should be your secondary attire now. You're a tag team now. Why do you look like a goddamn pirate, Mark Kennedy?
He's got that big old mask on.
You look like a racist Ninja Turtle.
Like a matador. Like, what's going on?
He looks like fucking Kurt Angle back when he first had his hair cut.
Oh, that's an insult to Kurt Angle.
Wow.
But rather than having a wig, it's just like a fucking fucked up bandana.
That seems to be the case. It's just there's like I use this word a lot. There's no drive.
The thing is, David Rivera, I think David Rivera could work either in a different tag team or as a single star. The only problem is he needs a manager, plain and simple. And that's one thing there's not too many of in Call.
Yeah.
There's not too many managers. He needs that.
That's one reason why I like Jay with Nate. Because I think it's gonna be really good.
Who do you
and
guys
then
think is a good manager, by the way?
With Mark,
one of my guys is gonna have a manager too.
Johnny Thunder,
Shazeen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
She's like the main one
Doctor.
right now.
Yeah.
Like Doc's not bad.
Johnny Thunder.
Johnny Thunder, whatever.
Travis.
Shit he does.
Travis is technically Scott's manager. Come on.
No, he's Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
In
a way.
No. We're basically getting McMahon versus Austin 2.0 here. If that doesn't happen, don't be surprised when Scott wins. When Travis wins the Honor Rumble.
Oh Jesus!
Sure.
No.
Jesus.
Don't give him any ideas.
Don't give Travis any ideas.
I think do not give Travis that idea. He will probably go with it.
You talk about other managers. I think ACW,
AJ
Tenchi Masato.
back in the day.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Hold on. Did I just miss something? Did somebody say somebody should be my manager? Who should be my manager?
No, they were saying how...
No, Cash was saying that, he was saying that Travis was your manager.
Nah, he's more like my best boss.
He
doesn't do paychecks.
Whoa, we're on disappointment still, though, right?
Yeah.
Other disappointments. Shit.
Oh, I know. And this is going to be interesting.
Are you going to say
really
Amir? Okay,
no,
don't.
I don't have anything to say about that.
How about just YWF?
I'll say
That's two.
Ryan Carroll.
Ryan Carroll.
I don't want to say this because it's upsetting, but I can also say Zayn.
Yeah.
Zayn,
and that's a shame to say, but
that's not disappointment on his behalf. It was just he got pushed and things happened, and sadly it had to be just be right.
Yeah.
Because that would have been amazing. Federations that have disappointments. I don't think it's a disappointment on the person. Again, it has to do with the management, but TRT.
SPW.
Oh, that's...
I actually like TRT.
I like him too. I
would have liked to seen him and Hyman do something more than
I still think we should have been in the tag team thing at the big one.
I think TRT should have gotten more wins than he should have, and not have been completely buried by nearly everybody.
Everybody.
And that's upsetting.
And I was cutting fucking amazing promos and getting killed.
Well, that's the thing. It's that the people that you were losing to don't no promos, but you're cutting promos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're not.
I lost to Atlas Jones in 2 minutes.
Atlas Jones,
which wasn't my fault, by the way.
I know.
Atlas is my guy, but
It's cool. I know.
Speaking of promos, can we settle some controversy on this show?
which is
What's that controversy?
Well, you know what happened over the Thanksgiving, over the past 48 hours of Thanksgiving, right? Like, what do they call this? That shit that
The anonymous troll.
the news feed, yeah. That's the news feed.
Called dirt sheets?
Yeah, the dirt sheets.
I never even
Claw sheets.
I've never even read any of those. I don't even know where to read them.
Like, is there a website?
There's no such thing. There's
No,
no
there's
such
no
thing.
website.
There's no such thing.
It's
just an asshole.
just someone
going on.
someone anonymous goes, call dirt sheets reports.
It's just them. It's just them starting shit. Just trying to.
Yeah.
Don't read into it. It's somebody who's very, very bored.
Yeah.
And
Garnet Court.
All right. Well, there's a lot of speculation.
Yeah, you can attach to a name.
I can name so many people.
That's an idea.
Cash.
Yes, it was me all along. I'm trolling myself. Yep, you got me.
I know you're not watching this, but Steven.
Yeah, maybe. You know, what if it's you? You're the one assuming everything.
It could be me. It could be you. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Anyway, continue. Whatever. I got nothing.
All right. Is there anyone else who wants to add at this point, or are we good?
Mars was still talking about.
Oh, go.
I want to state that, like, and that whole thing went down because, for those who don't know, Ask FM is the home of every form of drama and controversy that happens in call now. So if someone's trolling, talking shit, or anything, it's on Ask FM.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an account, you'll know. For those who don't know, someone tried to talk about personal information, and I just want to clarify something. I respect people who have best interests in trying to get someone over, but when you're going to cut a promo and you're going to use someone else's personal information, it's a really good idea before you cut that promo to talk to that person. So, even though he's my buddy, Steve,
Dave,
you caused a chain of events.
Yeah, David, I did message you. I even showed it to Travis. I asked you, can I use your past with Nate? And you said...
I didn't know you were going to include I didn't, like, you said my past with Nate. I had no clue.
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
I didn't know you were going to talk about my girlfriend.
Dude, I said your past. I assumed you knew what I was talking about, dude. Especially when you know what M-Actress is all about.
Yeah, okay. Future references, that's all I'm stating, not just with you, anyone in general. I think that's just, that's an unwritten code of honor right there for any cough head. I just want to make that open. With me. I'm not mad. I just think that's a thing that should be well respected amongst any fed.
Right, which is why I messaged you about it.
It's been a while.
Right. Okay. So, funny moments this year.
That's a nice segue.
Yes, we go from talking about personal bullshit to...
I know if they were here, they would agree, but this is that saw.
Can we call this Funarchy moments?
Funarchy moments.
Rap Metal's title run.
Oh, yeah, I can do it.
Shoot.
Or better than that, the mock promo.
Yeah. Oh, that was so
My
much
name is
fun.
Brian, but okay.
I don't know why Travis doesn't want to call me to do more backstage interviews. Brian would love to make a return.
Travis bearing the birth of Mr. Sparks bearing Ray Geddes at Anarch in the UK. Nobody saw that coming.
Will Wild's promo.
I know. Depending if Hakeem and Jay and Andrew were here, the fact that Dan Hibiki lost to an arm drag.
Yeah,
I can believe that though.
To hit Danabiki getting pinned off an arm drag.
Well, I did not see that. He got pinned by an arm drag?
Yes, in the crossover show.
Oh,
6-man match.
Who are you to doubt Dan Hibiki? Okay, he
loses.
Hey, he invented his own martial art. Okay.
And he
but
still
that
lost.
didn't get him anywhere if he got pinned by an arm drag.
No.
Hercule beat him. End of discussion.
He killed him.
Travis super kicked Santa.
Super kick Santa. Oh, you talk about the beginning of the year.
No, Sunny Claus.
Wait, was it the beginning of it? No, it was last year?
Yes, it was the beginning of the year.
No, when Bowser fought AJ.
Oh,
AJ Green.
oh dear God.
No, funniest moment in general, the entire All-Star 7 Royal Rumble.
Right?
Whoa.
The entire Royal Rumble was the best Royal Rumble I've ever commentated with. Adam.
No, you know what was funny? Who's the commentary team for PWF or whatever?
PWF.
Is it? I don't even remember the name of that bet I'm in.
PCW.
PCW.
Yeah, PCW.
Oh, that's Adam and Steven.
Wow.
Bram Barrett.
That was hilarious.
Bram.
Also, had a little laugh at myself. My commentary for ACW Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
You know,
Every time Steven called the doctor Oliver, and he's like, "Where the fuck is Oliver?"
yeah.
Anytime I accidentally call Andrew a couple.
Oh yeah, yes. Every time you and me did it. Hey Andrew, who the fuck's Andrew? I'll be Jared.
The entire ending of the Siren Show and
The six women tag.
6 women match, and I left the whole match.
Now, I say this with
AJ? Are you here?
Is it AJ?
I think it's Scott.
It's
It's
Scott.
Scott fell asleep.
It's okay. It's like 5 a.m.
Right now is on the funniest moments list of hearing Scott snore.
Oh no, AJ, this is Young Snores Part 2.
Alright, well you want to go outside.
Wait, no, we need the.
It's still in co-op, but the Kevin Impact show up because we love the show.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That was funny.
That was hilarious. Oh, and then TJ, the Garden of the tag team titles.
Calling you a faggot.
And he called me a faggot. You know.
I'll bury
thanks,
myself.
buddy.
I'll bury myself, and I was in the call. I don't know who all was in the. If anybody in this call was in the call.
God, it's getting louder.
Nate got me in the call, and me and Vaughn went back and forth, and I blasted him with the N-word.
Fucking Scott asleep.
I think Scott's trying to be a heel in his sleep, and he's trying to heal up all this whole.
Oh my
call.
God.
Wake up, Jeff.
Scott, if you don't wake up, you drop the world title. You know that, right?
One,
disappeared.
2,
I don't know where you are.
3.
I'm gonna cast
You're
in
being pinned by Arnett Fort. Wake up.
Someone get Crash Alley. Someone get Gerald Briscoe to pin him.
Day 1.
Shut your business way out.
Does this have a funny moment now too?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
And time.
We're leaving that.
Good night, Scott.
We're leaving that in here.
Your corporate champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Was it day 1?
COH World Champion, everybody.
See, this is what happens when you have a podcast that's this fucking long. You fall asleep. If you're still watching this, congratulations.
Yeah, I think I'm splitting this up. Oh.
Any other funny moments besides the one we just had?
Is there any more categories?
I have a suggestion for
hold on, shush. D-Ball has a suggestion.
I will say it after Vinny gets done.
Why do people think that fucking Patriot Caleb Blair fighting in the hotel room was funny?
Because you put me in the ankle lock and I kicked you in the face, probably.
Oh. One
Yeah,
more
and
funny
Patriot no-sold it.
Kenyon Phoenix
That'd
got
be
shanked.
like when Triple H threw Randy Orton out the window.
Or
Funny.
besides me, who didn't find it that funny, having to be forcibly fed a cookie on the Shawn Walsh show. I was force-fed a cookie.
You know who else was
Steve
funny? When
took-
Adam got stabbed.
Steve took my garbage cans. Steve took my garbage cans and took them to the other side of the room.
Yes, because you were not going to throw out that cookie.
It was a shitty cookie.
I would rest assured.
I brought that
dare
cookie
you!
all the way over.
You insulted the cookie.
I'm not a big fan of cinnamon.
You insulted. Okay, so you're hurting Soccer's feelings now.
And Scott's not a fan of your promos based on him sleeping.
You heartless bastard.
You respect the cinnamon, my good sir.
You
You know what's a
heartless
funny
bastard.
moment for me internally, and everybody else who laughed at it? The fact that I had a funny T-shirt, and Doc had no idea what I was talking about.
The Brock
The
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar COH, and it went right over everyone's head.
Because
No one got it.
Suplex City, Scoop Slam City.
Oh no, not Scoop.
Scoop Slam City. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
I won.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, the
Kenyon
Scoop Slam
Kenyon
through
Phoenix winning a title with a Scoop Slam.
Scoop Slam through a table.
wins his first title with his
Wow. That's my crowning achievement, folks. I'm also still dead on the side of the road, but I at least have the hardcore title to help me. It's keeping the blood, you know.
That's easy. I think it's a tourniquet.
Oh my god. Now what we'll do last year
Moon Moon.
is
They call us the dance off. The dance competition.
the dance off.
How can we forget that?
That was such a close.
We needed Nathan Trivia on, but that was it.
The native of funk.
And then it was you trying to run down the car.
Oh, no, never again.
Keep going. Oh no, this one's take fucking forever.
I have a suggestion on the one last thing we can do. Break out women's cause.
Ah.
I'm out that one. I don't.
No,
I take that back.
Well,
me and Adam would probably know this probably more.
I'll say this. I'll tie it into this.
Okay.
Because I have like a superstar of the year. We'll do superstar / female superstar of the year. So anybody, even if they're a Caitlyn Jenner, go ahead.
God damn.
Taylor Storr.
Taylor Starr?
Taylor Starr, really? Wow.
I would say Pyra.
I was gonna say Shanna.
Shanna?
What's
Or
their
Cleopatra.
name? What's their name in DCA?
Oh, Vanessa Price.
Yeah, her.
Oh, the boss.
Ron
The Lady Beast mode.
Lady Beast.
Yeah, Lady Beast mode. Who I mistook for Sasha Banks when I first saw her.
So
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Everyone.
Raven Lopez.
Oh. Well, I mean, she is now the owner of YWF now.
Yeah, she's
And Reiko Hinamoto in ACW.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that. Yep.
Morgan Raincroft.
Definitely.
All right.
He's a fucking monster.
Now
And for the men's, I would say
now the men. Well, you gotta go. Obviously,
Hey,
there's one with
Ray
Ray.
Gaddis.
Yep.
Ray.
I mean, Ray's been
This
all
is
over
Ray.
the fucking
Ray.
place.
This was Ray's year.
Ray
2014 was
isn't
Alex's
even number
year.
one. Ray's on his own level at this point.
Yeah.
In my
the
opinion.
fact that he just walks into a Fed and instantly is given the main event. That's just
Right.
The fact that he walks into a Fed and that Fed instantly gets about 50 or 60 more views right after that first episode.
well, that's why he's in the main event.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And he cuts really awesome promos too.
Yep.
Because son of a bitch.
I would say a little bit of AJ Young. Too.
AJ's had a really good year.
AJ's been defending that Colossus title for about a year and a half now. I mean,
AJ's defended it.
and he won it back.
Everybody else. And different federations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and AJ, you know, he's really expanded his fan base and like and his name and stuff like that. So, and he's arguably the best looking.
Still waiting for AJ's DCA debut.
Well, hey.
AJ's DCA debut is going to be coming out soon. So.
Speaking of when's the DCA Super Show?
I forgot.
That will be next year also. I have to get with AJ.
Buddy's online.
I think, and then this is with a lot of help from his feud with Ray. Ben Hitman really had a good year.
Yeah.
That his name really got out there. And that match at All Stars, my God.
That was a good match.
Yeah, so I think he had a good year. I like Goonies here.
Goonies had a comeback, yeah.
Yeah, he had it.
Nate pretty much had a comeback too.
I like Nate's year too.
Hey,
Scott.
It was rocky in the beginning.
Scott did. Scott had a great fucking year. Had a great fucking progress.
I think Casey Gordon the same.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Sonny. I would say Sonny.
Huh?
I would say Sonny.
Sonny. Yeah,
Sonny's had a very
The
good
only
year.
thing with Sonny that's missing is it's like he needs the right person to work with. It's like there's not.
Well, I mean, wait till him and AJ start. I mean,
that should be good.
Yeah, that should be good. AJ will definitely probably bring the best out of Sonny.
I guess this is just the total.
a great D.
Great D.
Yeah, great.
Well, he did have a.
He hasn't said much.
He did have a misstep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd also say this, and I know it might be weird, but when you look at like all he's done this year, even though that he left one show, Alex.
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to say Alex, but I was
like, you look okay. I know everyone looks at like, okay, well, he retired from COH, but you look, well, at the beginning of the year, he was COH world champion. He had the feud with Inaccuracy that was incredible, and they had that big match. And then since then, Alex has went out to AWF, YWF. He's going to be in SW. Was he on the show, or is he?
No, he was
going
not
to
on
be
the
in
show.
SW?
He will be.
Okay. He's going to be in SWA, and he's won the Rumble for Call-Stars. He beat Seth McInerney, which that was a feud that was just fell into my lap. He's actually done a lot, and it's weird to think because you think, oh well, he left. He's actually done a lot this year.
So then, if that's the case, do you think Inaccuracy's had a good year?
I think so. I mean, look. You look at like, okay, Alex had a match. Well, Inaccuracy retired Alex. Like that is huge. And then from there, with the whole Nate controversy, yes, but it's because of what Inaccuracy did. And with all that is with GM and Daniel Mars, all revolves around Inaccuracy. Like Inaccuracy's had an incredible year. And I think people kind of look past that, and they really shouldn't.
I have one. He had a breakout year. DCA World Champion Malik Brown, a.k.a. Loudon Styles. He had a good year.
I think Dante had a good year, too.
Oh, definitely Dante.
Styles, yeah.
Yeah, the whole Dante and Zach feud is freaking amazing.
And in the Hakeem stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, just that whole angle's been freaking awesome.
Very good. And speaking of Hakeem at ACW, I mean, they're the big heel stable, but I think the whole Jeriah Insane Alliance has been really...
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's very well done.
That's a very well done storyline.
Mm-hmm.
He knows. He's good.
I never wanted to strangle somebody as much as I did, as much as I want to do Tenji and Ayaka.
That's how you know it's working.
Yeah, when the writing is that good that you want to kill a virtual reality character.
Yeah.
I think, let's see, somebody else. Like, I can only think of my guys at the moment. Like, I'm trying to think of others, but I think Akira Yukimura's having a good year. Like, she's getting a resurgence of her character now in her recent shows.
I think over in SCAW, Hellboy made a big resurgence.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was about to say that too, Hellboy in SCAW.
I can't think of it. Sako.
For me, I think that's. I mean, yet there's been a lot of people who've done really well, but like to get that like superstar of the year kind of level, like I think we really hit the nail on the coffin with these names of the people who could get that. Like, and that's not to say that there are other people who haven't gotten there, but I think we hit a good amount.
It's just this year has had so many breakout people that came out this year.
And I think that's one thing to point out, that because it's not like we just started a thing and we were like, Ray Geddes, all right, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
There were so many names that we could come up with.
That has to go into an even bigger breakout, which was CAW in general.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it, the past few years, dead. A few feds, of course, that are alive, but this year, big resurgence for
especially women's CAW wrestling too.
Hashtag CAW revival.
And I think in the same for fantasy feds. I think fantasy a big comeback, and everyone is put in. So I mean, I would have said maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you would never have had this tournament that CAW Stars is doing now.
No.
You got 64 federations.
Holy hell.
There's 64 federations involved in this thing, you know? It's like a huge year. CAW Star 7 was so big.
The idea that we have 64 CAW feds in general is crazy to think.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were 64 going currently, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. So I looked at the bracket. I looked at the bracket. And I'm like,
well, not all are
current. I mean, so it's obviously because it's all stars. We're bringing people.
Some are like kind of grandfathered.
But it's the fact that we've X'd those people, and they were so cool with letting their characters be part of it. But I mean, the majority of that bracket are all federations that exist, and a lot of them don't get a lot of the praise and appreciation that they deserve, and that's what this tournament hopefully is going to do for them.
That's true. I've seen a lot of leagues that are out there that don't get enough credit for the work they put in.
Yeah.
Like I know a few people. I know Loudon's got a league, Battle Pro, that doesn't get as much. Attention as it should, because it's a really great show.
I think it's because of how they run the show, and I don't know, this might turn people off, but I love TCW Asterix.
Yeah, that show doesn't get enough credit either. It doesn't. It is amazing.
There were
RPW.
There's RPW. Everything that's not URWL based, that's part of Ramport. SP as well.
There's
a lot of feds and a lot of feds that came back that aren't getting enough love because they don't know they're back. MCWL came back and he's
ECW.
ECW came back. I mean, granted they ran into an issue.
We're in a little bit of a roadblock
but it's still good, and we finally got we still haven't gotten the end of the match. We're never going to.
What happened again?
Well, no, because they started.
Yeah.
Because it blacked out.
Yeah.
NESE just came back.
Mm-hmm.
Love NESE, and it's not getting enough of the praise that it deserves. There's so much. It's like everybody decided, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do a Fed again, or I'm gonna bring back my Fed, and that's hopefully what this tournament does, is gives that praise. I think if you want to talk about breakout, or it's CAW in general.
Mm-hmm. CAW's definitely broken out this year, and we look back at all the cool things that have happened this year, and hopefully
next year
it continues to next year. We have even a bigger year here for CAW Wrestling, because let's remember, it's a team effort here for all of us here in CAW. We all want each other to do good, so let's hope we all grow. Let's hope that more people want to do this. You know, we poke fun at like some of the guys. Like I've poked fun at like Will Wilder throughout the show. You know, even guys like I want a bunch of people to get into CAW and do this stuff, no matter who they are. The CAW community keep growing. I love that. You know, CAW Stars is a huge way to represent how CAW is grown, with the over 250 likes on the CAW Stars page, the 64 shows in the tournament, and it keeps growing. So I have high expectations for 2016, and We'll see what comes. Hopefully good. We know there will be bad because there always is. That's just life. But hopefully the good outweighs the bad. With that, I'd like to thank all of you for being on the Shawn Walsh Show, so we can look back at 2015 and we look forward to 2016. And I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you laughed. I hope you didn't pull a Scott.
It is like
our world champion, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
Yes.
Still 6 in the morning.
1/3 of the Accurate Enterprise.
Scott.
Oh,
He
so
jackknifed himself.
he did, right onto the steel steps.
I was gonna say his bed, but okay.
Onto the pillows.
Yeah.
To quote
don't
Bob
know.
Barker, don't forget to get your pets neutered and spayed.
Don't smoke crack.
Actually,
Say yes to crack.
Don't rape your sister.
I'm gay.
Congratulations.
That's really bad. Doesn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the show.